The Diamondbacks just made a blockbuster trade sending Zach Greinke to the Oakland A's for Chris Davis, Blake Treinen, and Fernando Rodney, an absolute steal for them. All three of those players will be making their debuts today, but another player making his season debut is Big Sexy Bartolo Colon, who will be replacing Greinke in the rotation. Last year, Big Sexy went 7-12 with a 5.78 ERA. Let's go first inning. For Orlando Arcia, there's Chris Davis out in center field making the play, known for his power, and that's about it. Now, later in the first inning, nice rip right there from Jesus Aguilar. So now 2 on, 2 outs for Travis Shaw, and Shaw lifts that one deep into left field. David Peralta cannot make the catch. Christian Yelich scores. Jesus Aguilar will score. And Chris Davis is having trouble fielding it, and Travis Shaw will round into third. And then another single for Milwaukee as they make it 3-0. And then Ryan Braun, he grounds that one to Eduardo Escobar off his back foot, ending a disastrous first inning for Big Papa Bartolo Colon, as it's going to be Freddie Peralta on the mound today for the Milwaukee Brewers, 4-4 by 4.3 ERA. There's Nick Williams starting the game off with a base knock. So, runner on. Now 2 outs for Jake Lamb. He's just a window shopper because he's just looking. And then there's Chris Davis in his first Diamondback at bat. He goes down looking as well. So, runners on the corners, 1 out. It will be a sacrifice fly. I believe Orlando Arcia is the one who hit it. Run scores, and it's now 4-0. Christian Yelich would strike out. Now, third inning for Jesus Aguilar. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's a bomb. As Aguilar, who's having an incredible season, probably in the top 3 for MVP. I believe that's like his 23rd of the season. And then not too long later, Moose up at the dish, and Mike Moustakas, the former Kansas City Royal, would go yard. And now it's 6-0. And Bartolo still in the game as Ryan Braun would almost hit that one out of the park. That would instead be a double for Mr. Steroids. That would end Big Sexy's day. Frankie Montes, the long reliever, is into the game. He's 5-1, with a 4.6 ERA as he ends the third inning with ease. But 6 earned runs for Bartolo and 2.1 third played. As now bottom 3 runner on for David the Freight Train Peralta, as he hits that one, 17th home run of the year. It has been an ugly season, to say the least, for David Peralta, as Christian Yelich, he's just a window shopper because he's just looking, and then Jesus Aguilar says, what you can do, I can do better. Now, 5th inning for Mike Moustakas. He's going to ground that one in. Eduardo Escobar with another nice play. However, the umpire will call Moustakas safe. Let's take a look at it, as manager Lavulo would challenge it for Arizona, and it's awfully close, and because of that, the umpires don't have enough evidence to overturn it, and Moustakas would be safe at first. But it wouldn't matter as Ryan Braun grounds into 6-4-3 double play. Diamondbacks infield is more chemistry than a science project, but the Brewers answering back with a 5-4-3 double play, as excellent player there from Milwaukee. Here's Fernando Rodney, part of that Oakland A's trade, onto the game. Like Bartolo, this is likely one last ride for Rodney. I know Rodney did play in Arizona before this. I assume Bartolo did as well, as Rodney gets that strikeout, and then another 6-4-3 double play for Arizona's infield. Marte to Flores to Lamb. Now let's go 7th inning. Christian Yelich up at the dish, and the ladies are yelling for Yelich, as that one would go off a wall, and the Diamondbacks having trouble with it, and Christian Yelich with an inside the park home run, as Yelich with a big play right there, making it 7-2. Here's Chris Davis with his first base hit as an Arizona Diamondback, hitting .246 on the year. He's hit exactly .247 in 4 years in a row, so he's going to try to keep that going. As Wilmer Flores goes down looking on the changeup. 8th inning now for Lorenzo Cain, as excellent player there for David for the Freight Train Peralta. Bottom 8 now for Caleb Joseph. And Joseph, he knew it was gone after that one touched the bat. His 2nd home run on this season. And the Diamondbacks make this game a little bit closer, as Blake Treinen now making his Diamondback debut, also part of that Oakland A's deal. Not having a great year, even though he is quite the player, as Ryan Braun would just curve that one fair for a Milwaukee Brewer dinger. As for Brewers, we're brewing up all sorts of runs today. Travis Shaw more blind than Helen Keller. I don't know what he was swinging at. Bottom down now for Jake Lamb. That one is awfully close, but it would be a ground rule double. Only his 7th double on the year. Chris Davis would go down swinging, and the Milwaukee Brewers get the win by a final score of 8-3. Big sexy Bartolo Colon with the loss. And now on to Marlins Park. It's hard to believe that there's someone doing worse than the Diamondbacks, and that is the Miami Marlins, 33-69. Jose Urena on the mound for Miami, 4-8 with a 4.83 ERA. Not a great year for him, as just like the game against Milwaukee, Nick Williams, the leadoff hitter, will rip a single to start off the game. And then David Peralta, that one goes off of the glove of Starlin Castro. Can't make the play, so 2 on, no outs. Now 2 on, 1 out for Chris Davis. His first home run as a Diamondback with the flip. And Arizona takes a 3-0 lead, number 23 on the year, for the former Milwaukee Brewer and Oakland Athletic, Chris Davis, with a K. Davis is a free agent at the end of the year. Now here's Wilmer Flores, the very next batter, as that one would go off of the wall for a 1-out double. He would slide into second safely, and then Ketel Marte would ground a single, run scores, making it 4-0. As Big Sexy once again on the mound, his second start of the year. First one was not ideal, 2 1/3 innings, allowing 6 runs, 23.14 ERA. And the first batter for the Marlins, Starlin Castro, would rip a bomb into right center field, and the Miami Marlins are quickly on the board. I mean, they already have allowed 4 runs, but it's good to put up some points as Bartolo Colon discipline, drawing the walk. As now let's go bottom 2 for Neil Walker. You might as well call him Kim Jong-un because he's launching nukes. The former Pittsburgh Pirate, who's now playing first base with his 17th home run of the year. Victor Mesa going down swinging. And then he's just a window shopper because he's just looking. Nice strikeout right there. Third inning now for Chris Davis. That one, is it foul? No, it just curves fair, his second dinger of the day. Chicks dig the lawn ball. Number 25 of the year, or 24, sorry, for Davis. Very rough start for Jose Urena, as Eduardo Escobar going down on strikes. Big Papa now up, but Brian Anderson with the backhand. Excellent defensive player right there from Anderson. Bottom 4 for Jorge Alfaro. 3 for 4 with 3 doubles on the day for Alfaro, as there's one of them. David Peralta almost got it, but he misplayed it. And now runners on the corners, no outs. Alfaro would score, but the Diamondbacks would turn a 5-4-3 double play, as it's now 5-4 here, still in the 4th inning. Inning number 5 for David Peralta, down the line and fair, as Peralta rounding first, headed to second for a no-out double, but Chris Davis would go down swinging. Third time was not the charm with him. So now the bases are loaded with no outs. Run scores, but a 4-6-3 double play. We are now tied up. There's Peter O'Brien going down swinging. And that would end Bartolo Colon's day. New pitcher in for Miami as well, as there's a 4-6-3 double play. They have more chemistry than a science project. 7th inning now, as that one will be fair. Jake Lamb unable to make the catch. And rounding into second for a double will be, or that's going to be a triple, sorry, my bad. I wasn't paying attention. There's Starlin Castro going down looking, and then that one dribbling to the second baseman, who does make the play, so the run does not score. Now let's go bottom 8, as Nick Williams is unable to make the catch, so now we got runners in scoring position with 1 out. But Neil Walker would go down looking, and Peter O'Brien would go down swinging, so no runs scored. 9th inning, tied at 5 apiece, but Eduardo Escobar would change that, as Escobar with the dinger, and the Diamondbacks would take the lead 6-5. Here comes Archie Bradley in for the save. This would be his 18th on the year, as Pedro Alvarez, that one is fair, the former Pirate and Oriole, so now we have the tying run on second with 1 out. Will the Marlins drive him in? And the answer is no. Nick Williams makes the catch, and the Arizona Diamondbacks will get the win by a final score of 6-5. Matt Andrees will get the win for Arizona.
Yo, hey, man!